last, I have been able to get my RTL-SDR track the frequency in Gpredict. You can see that this is Gpredict. You can see satellites in range are RS-44 and SO-50 are in range. I'm tracking RS-44. As seen with an elevation of shown here. This is the frequency tracking. Current frequency according to Doppler shift is 435.604.16, and you can see exactly same frequency being tracked by S5 SDR Sharp Studio. That is the RTL-SDR software which I am running in the radio. So it is continuously tracking, but I am not hearing the satellite because the setup used is not that enough. I am just using a 40-10 meter combination fan dipole antenna. A fan dipole antenna for HF is not enough to get a satellite like RS-44, which is very high. So I don't expect that. The aim of this experiment was only to show that with the Connect software or rather plugin, I can get the radio control working in Gpredict. Gpredict radio control is controlling my RTL-SDR. Now we'll go back and see how it was configured. In this SDR shop folder, there's a plugins folder which is usually empty. I have to add this SDR shop Gpredict connector.dll, which is downloaded as shown earlier. And this plugins.xml file has to be created. I'll show you the content. This is the content. This portion is for creation of the XML file, for creating XML file from a text file. And the central portion is the key. This key, this is the magic line which Alex describes for his plugin, which you have to incorporate in this plugin.xml file. And these two together will work for me. That's what I have done. Now we will have to start the SDR software, run as administrator. This is the SDR window, AirSpy window. And in this setup, you have to have navigation backline is there, and plugins is here. And only one plugin has been added, that is the Gpredict connector plugin. Double click on that, and this will come Gpredict connector. You have to enable Gpredict connector. Then it will be listening on port 4532, and last frequency is 45. This you have already seen. So when Gpredict connector is enabled on AirSpy SDR sharp, then it will be listening on that port. That's how it happens. And in Gpredict, you know that you have to edit the preferences, and the preferences, the interface is SDR sharp. You can see I have created that earlier, and that port number is seen here. You have seen that. So this port, it is listening. And in radio control, in this menu, radio control, you have to enable the, now RS-44 is still in range. So I'll go for RS-44 itself. RS-44 has a long wind and higher range also. This track should be there, and engage for SDR sharp should be there. That will be there for another 2 more minutes, 2.5 minutes, because software has not stopped tracking RS-44. I'll go back to AirSpy. See, it is tracking. This is enabled. Gpredict connector is enabled. So that's how it is tracking. Same frequency will be here as well as here. That's how radio control of RTL-SDR. Even such small radios can be controlled by Gpredict. Now next step will be to connect a good antenna that is capable of receiving this frequency, and then trying again, probably for the International Space Station first, because that has a higher signal strength. But anyway, I'm very happy that the SDR sharp has been connected to Gpredict. This is the first ever time in my life that I am getting a radio control in a VHF UHF setup.